Hello, Tim here. Welcome to my channel. In today's episode, I'm going to unpack my maintenance tool bag. And this is a tool kit that I carry with me. I don't use the tools in the shop unless I have to, but I usually this is what I take when I'm going to go in the field and do something for somebody. I sometimes help friends or family with some maintenance project, and this is what I carry with me to do a lot of different projects, more in the maintenance category. And I spent the last 10 years of my career doing maintenance, field maintenance, and I didn't carry this bag with me, although it would have been helpful at times if I did. It's just too heavy. But this particular bag I really like because it's got a feature. First of all, the bag itself has got a feature where it's got light here, so you can kind of shine it around the room. You can increase the intensity. But when you fold it in, it lights up inside the bag. So I really like this particular brand. It's a CLC gear brand, so it's kind of an expensive bag. If you don't have a shop or something, you can pack a lot of tools and equipment in just one bag. Let's start in this corner here. I have just some, I guess, matches and shop towels and things. Here's some different flashlights with a magnet. I can work in a darkened area. This is a spring clamp, and this tape measure has a pencil sharpener feature on here too, which is kind of nice. Super glue, utility knife. I have contact cement. Got some loose laminate. This is good stuff too. This is a E6000, so that's pretty useful for rubber and plastic and PVC, things like that. And I got a straight edge scraper, short handled ball peen hammer, which is nice because you can put it in your pocket. WD-40. On this side I have some straps. I have a strap clamp, which comes in useful. Some utility brushes. White glue, which is kind of your universal glue. If you're in a noisy environment, these are earplugs. Oh, cable ties I got in here. Touch-up markers. I have 3 colors. You can kind of blend them a little bit. They kind of get you by in a pinch. Valve grease for faucets. Plastic wood putty. I don't know if it's still soft, I guess. Graphite for locks. This is epoxy putty, which is pretty useful for a lot of repair work. This is a voltage checker. Pencils and pens, something to write on, a little notebook. So I got Sharpie there. On this side here I have a couple of C-clamps and another spring clamp. Even have some wire, some fine wire. Sometimes you can fix a lot of stuff with that. So that's the perimeter, that's the outside. The stuff I can get at quickly. So inside, so here's how the bag looks when you first open it. This is what I have on top. And what you can't see is what's down below. All right, I'm going to start with the center part. Around the perimeter of this, there's little pockets for screwdrivers and all this kind of stuff. So these are kind of rags. In this pouch here, I have tapes and sandpaper and cable ties, different random stuff like that. So I keep that pouch. And what I find really useful is having different pouches for things rather than just having a big dump pile where you just have to dig around. In this pouch here I have some gloves and a dust mask and extra cheater glasses. So a little safety, it's kind of safety stuff in here. This, I'm not sure what this, oh yeah, these are my small tools. So I have extension for drills. Let's see, Allen wrenches, scissors, nail set, cold chisel, some other stuff. These are small screwdrivers. So these are kind of my small tools, a little file. That's in this little tool roll. I have another one just like it that has saw blades. So this is my Lennox saw, which I find really useful because it's like Sawzall blade. This tool has really been helpful. I got a pruning blade if I'm out needing to cut a tree or something like that, or metal cutting blades if I have to cut bolts. So this is like a little Sawzall, but it's hand powered, not a electric powered one. This is my drill stuff. So this has got a battery charger and a set of bits and extra battery. And my drill is kind of at the bottom here. I'll get that in a second. This is a multimeter. So if I have to check for electrical continuity or amps, voltage, AC, DC. So if I'm doing some electrical repair, I can check sometimes if a lamp isn't working or outlet, I can check that. This works pretty good for if there's a current flow, but sometimes you don't know which one. This only is this kind of limited. I have a small claw hammer, so it's not really big. I got a headlamp, so I'm working under a sink or some dark area, which is kind of nice. I can use the tool bag. I got a lot of battery light here, a lot of light power for low light situations. And I just keep a little piece of carpet in here to kneel on if I'm working in a dirty environment or something that's kind of uneven. This power grab stuff I really like for, it's kind of a multi-purpose adhesive. And so like if a tile, floor tiles come up or something like that, this will work pretty good for that. I think this is interior only though. So here's my drill. It's a little small compact one. And it's the only power tool that I have in here. And I really like this compactness of it. And it's got a lot of power for being so small. These are great tools here. So these pump up. It's powerful enough to lift a piano. If you're gonna set a window and in a frame and you want to level it, you can pump it up to fit. I've used it as a door stop when a door has a closer on it. And you just pump it up, or if you're hanging a door and you've got to jack it up just a little bit. Two of them work better than one for some of those applications. So those are called wind bags. Tin snips. This is a socket set. I've had this for years, and I've got an adapter. I can put them in my screwdriver and drive them with a screw gun. Mineral oil, which I use for sharpening and maybe a little quick finish on something or lubricating something. I keep mineral oil in here. Beeswax, and if I have to grease up something like drawer runners or something like that, I can rub that on there. A level. First aid kit, I suppose that should be on top, but it's on the bottom. At least I know where it is. I got a pry bar. which has come in useful on many occasions. And I use that. This is a kind of a wedge here. If you try and take a piece of molding off, you don't want to damage the surrounding surface. A plastic thing like this works really good. And here's another couple versions of the same. This is small. These are all kind of prying tools. And I've got 3-cornered file, a speed square, and I got a little kit of assorted screws and nails and washers, little sundry things like that. I learned to be real careful about this so it didn't fall. It fell over one time on a job site and it was a mess to have to pick all that up. So that's it for the contents on the bottom. Now tipping this up here, you can see I have electrician's pliers, a couple of chisels, a little combination square, another couple of small tools like short screwdrivers, stubby screwdrivers here, these two, another knife. This is a small adjustable wrench, 6-inch ruler. On this side I have standard pliers and crescent wrench, needle nose pliers, putty knives, a stiff one and a flexible one, sharpening stone for using that mineral oil to sharpen my chisels, because sometimes I have to do that. And these chisels are more hacker chisels, but I keep them sharp, and if they get dull, I do resharpen them, because sometimes you're working on a job, you have to chisel into something, but it's not my fine chisels. And side cutters, and this is probably my favorite screwdriver because it's 6-way. You can turn this around and have the smaller Phillips, smaller flat blade. And last but not least is in this toolkit is vice grip, which I find an essential tool. If I've been called in to repair something, I can do a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of electrical, a little bit of carpentry, picture hanging, or a variety of things like that. And this does 90% of all that kind of stuff. So that's it for my tool bag. What's in your tool bag? Maybe you'll just get a kit and put something together. You can buy something already put together, but it's more fun to gather your own stuff. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you would, and please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.